I accidentally created a $40K side hustle in my college dorm. My university banned caffeine drinks last semester. Yes, you read that right, no coffee, energy drinks, or even tea with caffeine anywhere on campus. Some health initiative from our new president who'd apparently never met a college student during finals week. 3 days into this caffeine prohibition, I watched a girl in my economics class nearly fall asleep during a midterm. That's when it hit me. I'd always been that kid who knew. A guy who knows a guy. In high school, I sold everything from rare sneakers to concert tickets. Why not caffeine? I started small, just a few cases of Red Bull hidden under my bed, selling to my dorm floor at $3 a can when a week. I had a waiting list by month. 2, I had converted my closet into what my roommate called the caffeine speakeasy. I installed a mini fridge, blackout curtains, and even a stupid little password system just for fun. The professor signs too much reading would get you in. Word spread through study groups and late-night library sessions. Soon I had 2 as grad students, and even a young psychology professor as regular customers. I expanded my inventory, imported Japanese energy drinks, caffeine tablets, cold brew concentrates, and these Korean coffee shots that were basically liquid. Grinlin, my supplier. My cousin, who managed a wholesale grocery distributor in the next state. Business was booming until Sarah, my ex from freshman year who worked in the dean's office, texted me. Campus security is doing random room checks tomorrow. Shevin snitched about a caffeine dealer. Panic mode. I had about $2,000 of inventory that would get me expelled if discovered. At 2 a.m. I loaded everything into my car, but where to hide it? The campus was locked down after midnight. That's when I remembered Professor Jenkins, the psychology professor who bought my Korean coffee shots twice weekly. I took a chance and texted him. Caffeine emergency. Need storage help? Will pay. Bring it to the psychology building. Loading dock door. I am doing late research anyway. When I arrived, he just laughed. Entrepreneurship should be rewarded, not punished, he said, helping me unload everything into his research storage room. Besides, the faculty lounge coffee tastes like watered down dirt. The next morning, security did their sweep. My room was clean. 2 days later, Professor Jenkins pulled me aside after class. The faculty is suffering under this ban too, he whispered. I've mentioned your products to some colleagues. They're interested. That's how I began supplying the entire Lagadian business departments. Mobitors would leave cash in envelopes with cryptic coffee-related quotes as identification by semester's end. I had made just over $40,000 in profit. I used part of it to create a scholarship fund called the Caffeine for Fun Achievement Accord anonymously, of course. The caffeine ban was lifted the following semester after 87% of students signed a petition. The university president cited overwhelming community feedback in his reversal announcement. I closed my business that day, but not before selling my remaining inventory at a discount, going out of business sale. Professor Jenkins now uses my case study in his consumer error course. He changed the names, of course, but always winks at me when covering black market economics. My economics professor gave me an A frake on my final paper, Supply and Demand.